Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Shy and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your pretty girl's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. She's been fitted with her very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session tomorrow. And again, I apologize that I got my days screwed up and told you to come on the wrong day. So my apologies for that. Now she is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Shy, heel.
Shy, heel.
Now at this point she has a job to do. She is a working dog, so this stimulates her mentally as well as physically. And her job is to maintain pace with Rich, not forging ahead or lagging behind, but keeping her shoulders even with Rich's left leg. And he does that by switching direction, changing direction, right turn, left turn, about turn, and keeping her focused on him. And when he stops his feet, she's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. So when you're out walking with her and you stop to cross traffic or you stop to talk to a neighbor, she should be sitting nicely at your left and waiting for her next command. And she should always move at your pace. So if you're a power walker, she should walk next to you nicely. If you're walking slowly, having a conversation with someone, she should match pace with you. Now the next command that Rich is going to demonstrate is the sit, stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Your long sit stay when you're practicing at home can be practiced indoors as well as outdoors. It keeps you the pack leader, and you're going to extend this up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, he walks all the way around her. She should remain seated until he gets all the way around her. Back to heel position, he stops at her shoulders, and they take off heeling again. Now these commands may not look like they have anything to do with her behavior, indoors as well as outdoors, but they do, because it's establishing you as pack leader. And I don't know what her life was like before you, but she definitely has some issues that needed to be corrected, because she probably had very little in her first year of life as far as learning manners and learning to be a house dog. Rich leaves her in another sit stay, walks out to the end of his training leash, and this time instead of returning back to her, he's going to use her name and he's going to call her. This is your recall exercise, and she should come and sit right in front of you, facing your knees. She should not be jumping on you, and it should always be 4 on the floor. And I would be teaching her to stay off the furniture, because she is, first of all, in season, so she's bleeding. Secondly, you want her to always know that you're above her in the pack, and allowing her to get eye level with you is not necessarily a good thing. She comes right in and sits. And then she goes back to heel position. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are her series of down commands. The first one being down from a heel position. So with her seated at your left, you're going to take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Your long down stay can be practiced right in your living room. Raining, nasty outside, too hot. Practice your exercises in the house. When Rich returns back to her, now she got up, so he told her no. He's going to put her back into a down, and he's going to make her repeat the command, and that's what you do if she doesn't complete the command properly. You have to win. All the way back around, stops at her shoulders, and she's looking up at him, waiting for her next command. She's come a very, very long way. From we don't know what to this young lady. Left open palm, straight down toward the ground, down and stay. You're going to go upwards of 5 minutes with this down. Rich calls her in, he reels her in, uses his leash as a guide. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the down from a distance. This is a little harder because you're going to leave her in a sit-stay. You're going to use your right hand to give the command. And that is your down from a distance. Now we have demonstrated for you some of the new skills that she has learned with us while she's been here at school. She's also learned how to get along with her brother. We've enjoyed having her. She's been a very nice guest. She's a nice little girl. We think that you really did find a good find. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company. We will see you very soon.